All right, it was a hot one out there today. We officially hit 91 degrees. This morning's low down to 71. But tomorrow is going to be different. Matter of fact, once that front comes in later on tonight, we'll start to feel some of that cool air. And remember, this is not the real strong front. The strong front comes in, looks like, on Tuesday. So still, when you factor in the humidity, I don't know if you felt the difference between today and yesterday, but when you factor in the humidity, we still have heat indexes in the low to mid 90s. Now, as far as the rain activity, most of it's staying to the north. There's a little area of storms that actually develop out ahead of the front, but it's way up along the upper Texas coast. We had a little bit of action, but nothing much to speak of. The front right now is poised from near the hill country and then extending back towards Little Rock. Behind it, 40s and 50s, and then of course ahead of it here, we're still sitting in the 80s. So as we go through the evening, you follow the timeline, it'll make its way through probably between 7, 9, 10 o'clock and push on through. The winds will shift to the north and we'll start to feel that cooler air. The clouds will stay with us initially through tomorrow morning, and the winds will too. But as we go through the afternoon, we should go to partly cloudy skies, and we should start to see the winds die down, and we'll see the temperatures in the middle 70s, so it's going to be pleasant. So here's what I'm talking about with the winds. Here's the tracking the winds by 10 o'clock, where they're shifted to the north. They're looking at about 25 plus some gusts, and still tomorrow morning, it's still pretty breezy. So if you're going to be out on the water, you need to think about it, go a little bit later in the day. Because by afternoon, we're looking at the winds at 4, 5, 6, 7 miles an hour, which is not going to be bad. Temperature-wise, again, the transition from the 80s and 90s into some 50s and 60s by tomorrow morning. Nice, cool, crisp morning with the breezes. And then through the afternoon, looks like everybody's going to end up in the middle 70s. That's front number one. Front number two is going to be a few days behind it, and it's going to reinforce some very cold air, some snow, things like that, some ice across the northern part of the country, and then continue to drive on down. Passes us sometimes in the early part of Tuesday now, and it looks like it's going to move on through. Chillier air, there will be some snow, there will be some ice across the northern part of the state in patches, but it's going to keep our temperatures down once the front comes through, where you see the little dots here. Those are going to be our highs into the rest of the week, next week, so we're looking like we're going to stay below normal. Very pleasant. Especially once the rain clears. Now, the snow, look at that. Look at those numbers, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4 inches now in Amarillo. That's been fluctuating back and forth. So here's a forecast for tonight. Looking for lows down into the low to mid 70s with partly cloudy skies. Breezy. And then as we go through the weekend, tomorrow starting in the upper 50s and highs in the mid 70s. Sunday, though, we turn the temperatures around very, very quickly, and we're going to be in the upper 80s for Sunday and Monday. The second front comes in, widely scattered showers out and about, windy and cooler. So it looks like a nice week temperature-wise.